OG push.
What's up YouTube? It's Matt with That Jeep Adventure, and we are waking up today at Hawk Pride Off-Road in northern Alabama. We have a huge crew today, probably 8 or 9 rigs I think, friends from all over Mississippi. So we all came over for the weekend and we're gonna get some riding in today. We took off toward the back of the park and started the day out on broke foot. This is a really fun trail that proved to be super challenging the last time we were on it. While everyone else managed to make it through this section of the trail, I just couldn't find the line. I kept falling in the holes and catching differential and slamming axles. After a few tries, I just decided to pull winch line.
I don't have a winch cable, so I gotta get up this thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, get a picture of that. That there's a quality field repair, sir. That'll meet inspection. Done. Howdy, girl.
I think it's fine.
Something broke.
Yeah, what was that?
So we were coming up the end of Brokefoot here, and David managed to break the upper control arm bolt on the rear passenger side. And so his axle is sitting like with the pinion up and turned, and the springs are all in a weird bind. So right now they had an extra bolt, and they got the winch. They're pulling the Jeep forward a little bit at a time, trying to get the upper to line back up, and put a bolt in, and then hopefully get to the top of this trail, check it out, make sure there's nothing else going on with it.
Now we got a fuel problem. It's not wanting to crank. So solved one problem, but created another one, looks like. So we're waiting to see what's going on.
Go ahead and try to fire it. You got a little bit of spark. It ain't much.
Since the Jeep wouldn't crank, Dewey and Chris hooked to David in order to winch him to the top of the trail. After a few unsuccessful attempts to winch David up through the obstacle, we decided that it would be easier to pull him backwards until he could be towed out of the bypass. So while we're working on David's Jeep on Brokefoot, a guy came walking down the trail and said that he had gotten stuck and needed to be pulled out. He had zero recovery gear and was wheeling alone and seemed frantic to be stuck. Stopher volunteered to go pull him out. Next thing we know, we hear a loud snap come from the direction that they went, so I had to walk up the hill to investigate. Stopher, what just happened to you, buddy?
No good deed goes unpunished. So we tried to help pull this little fella out that was stuck in a rut, and had lockers engaged, had it reversed, light throttle, and we heard a kaping, kapow, fluid leaky. So we did something wrong, and it looks like we have sheared off the passenger side front axle shaft. We got a good little fluid stream coming out. So we're gonna take it back to camp, pull it apart, pull the shafts out, put the iders back in so the diff won't turn, and we'll be able to get it home tomorrow. And looks like we're going to end our wheeling a little bit early today. No big deal. Life goes on. We'll do it again tomorrow. I mean, like.
After Chris and Dewey made it through lower ditch, I went back to the bottom to see where everyone else was. Kyle was taking a more aggressive line at the beginning of the trail and managed to shear a shock.
Right now we're trying to get brakes.
Give me some of these so I can eat my pain away.
What size is that?
Before I brought the 60.
I like that I'm just sitting here and they're working on my Jeep.
Kent decided he would run lower ditch before we called it a day. This step up got super muddy and slick quick. Being the third Jeep through the spot, traction just wasn't there. He took a bypass around the step up and we headed back to camp. As always, Hawk Pride proved to be challenging for our Jeeps. We had a blast even though the day was filled with carnage and unforeseen circumstances. A large group split into two groups midday in an attempt to cover more ground since the rain from the week before added technicality to the trails. All we had to do now was follow the main road back up the hill to camp. All right, so that was a pretty rough day. We made it back to camp finally, but just about everybody, I think, broke something today. There was 9 of us and 2 Jeeps ended up without carnage. What you holding there, Kyle?
Well, I got a shock, about 400 miles on it. Found a rock, sheared pretty clean, so, you know.
Stopher, tell us about your day.
I decided to donate my passenger front axle shaft to that nice gentleman in the stock JKU that had no business on the trail he was on. But luckily he's driving home under his own power, and we're going to spend tonight putting the old yellow Jeep back together. So I can go home tomorrow.
Did you have any issues? You didn't have any issues?
I had an inner fender liner that kept falling down, rubbing the tire, and just annoying.
Yeah, that's no big. So 3 of us got out.
Yeah,
pretty much.
He had that whoop out today.
Yeah, but I was giving it hell.
Yeah,
so.
Chris, he hit the bottom of his door. He had a little bit of damage to the tub. Dewey, he didn't have any
Dewey
issues.
was undamaged.
He was all right. He was good.
Chris
also, his power
pump.
steering. Yeah, he was having issues with power steering. His
his
arms are going to be sore tomorrow.
His forearms are looking sick right now, guys.
And
And
David
then
lost a
David,
bolt.
yeah, that was the big break, I think, of the day.
David sheared a control arm bolt because he had some
Double
grade 3
triangulated rear.
He had some grade 3
grade 3 bolts on the uppers in the rear.
on the control arm, so
Yeah.
you know it sheared and some things.
That we were there for probably an hour at least dealing with that.
Some things twisted ways they shouldn't have.
Yeah, so
So everything went unaccording to plan, and we had a great damn time doing it.
yeah,
That's right.
So, but anyway, we made it back. Another good day, even though some people have to go home and fix some things. And I think
Some
now
of
we're
us
about
have to
to
stay
get
up
some
and
dinner
fix
ready,
things.
and then head back to Hattiesburg in the morning. So, peace.
Trail mix, because we're on the trail. No poser today.
Don't get me a line.